Derek Chauvin.
Ooh.
Convicted. Guilty, and he's pretty much in prison for life, I guess. I don't remember.
I know he was going through an appeals process. I
think there's little to no hope for him. Because if that got reversed, imagine if he somehow got a less severe punishment.
Chaos.
But notice how everyone just like forgets about this shit. Like no one's talking about George Floyd anymore.
No, and that's sad in a way. I'm not saying we need to inundate our lives with a bunch of George Floyd.
But I'm not even saying that like people like us. I'm talking about the diehards.
Oh, they're over it.
Here's something I was thinking about. The diehard people who are like George Floyd, they made the mural, these little communities. The media's like, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And just as fast as they were getting all the attention, the media's like, this story's over, bye. And these people who have like pretty much dedicated their whole life to a cause, they're like, and they're left without the spotlight to do it. And I wonder how committed they are going forward after that. Because the BLM people, they just get mansions because they raked in all that money. The people that lead the organization.
The organization.
That's what I mean. They don't give a shit anymore.
No, and what a crooked, awful, co-opted organization. That the Black Lives Matter movement organization. Now, shit. See, I slipped up. That's a weird area.
Well, they took.
I've gotten massive shit on social media back when this was going on for my disdain for the Black Lives Matter organization, and like how when you go to blacklivesmatter.com and then you click donate, it automatically takes you to a website. I can't remember the name. It's called like certifiedblue.com.
Yeah,
it looks the exact same. It looks like you're still on the Black Lives Matter website. Same background, same everything, but you're going to donate to a Democratic organization that turns out was pretty much the leading funder of Joe Biden's whole presidential campaign, as well as Elizabeth Warren and a whole bunch of other only Democratic nominees.
I know. And it has Marxist ties because the founders openly said in that video that they're trained Marxists. They're all about. They know what they're doing. And then it had China ties with that fundraising thing. I mean, the whole thing's corrupt. That's like when the whole incident happened. I remember I told you the story. Me and Sky were like, we should donate because, you know, it was a big deal at the time. But we didn't donate to them because luckily she has experience in non-for-profit work. And she knows how to track where the money goes. And they were the only ones. There was a whole list of black organizations that you could donate to. And, of course, that's the most well-known one. But they're the only ones where if you follow the money, it goes to politicians.
I'm forever skeptical of anything like Red Cross for, like, hurricane relief.
Mm-hmm.
Project Compassion, or I can't remember. Loser. So fuck them.
I don't know. Yeah, exactly.
They're still human beings in charge, and will forever be corrupt. You look back to, I don't know what hurricane it was, and it was the Red Cross, I think, and Wyclef Jean apparently got all, and I don't want to associate him with the Red Cross, sorry. Wyclef Jean, remember him, the singer? Donated, it was the Haiti earthquake. Might have been a tsunami and an earthquake.
You're talking about, and how, where the money all the Clintons supposedly raised for him?
Ooh, yes, I forgot that they were tied into that. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I do get where people in the Black Lives Matter movement are coming from. I get what they're saying because there does seem to be an inordinate amount of shit going on with police and people, not just black people, but people of color. And
statistically, that's not true.
I guess maybe I'm just buying into all the videos and stuff I see.
Yeah, well, because the media will take a video and blow it up. I think at the time of Chauvin,
that was so egregious that you couldn't help.
I think, but only like 9 black people were killed. I think the year before, the number was so small,
and a lot of it is criminals doing wrong things.
Yeah, but not all the time. Not all the time. I mean, it just depends. You just gotta hear the story and hear what's going on. But I'm not saying that there's not incidences where it happens and it's not and it's wrong. You know what I mean?
That's such a hot button issue that you can't. What you just said, bringing statistics into the argument,
they don't want to know about that. No, that's the thing. And like you said, I can understand where they're coming from. I'll never fully understand because we're not black, and I'm not saying that they don't ever have experiences in life where there's a racist person that says nasty things to them. I'm sure it happens all the time still because you can't change a person's heart. Only they can change it. However, the BLM organization, if you just dive into it a little bit, it doesn't take long to figure out that they don't have their best interest. And it's not so much that we're trying to tell people who support it, like, I'm not trying to tell you to, like, tear your cause down. I'm just telling you just to support another organization for your cause, not this one.
They saw what that organization was going to become. They saw how huge it was going to become and how big of a tool it could be for the powers that be.
And the phrase is just too good.
Excellent.
And that's the problem, because if you they've co-opted a good phrase, because it's true, Black lives do matter, and they should be protected. So how can you disagree with that? That's what they've done. They've literally have got it. It's too good. God, they're evil people. And you know what sucks? It's all white old people who are behind this,
and all they want is to turn us against each other.
Oh yeah, I mean,
normally if you'd go out on the street before a lot of that happened and just talk to people, I'm willing to bet a lot of money most people, if you sat them down, who even had opposing views, you pre-interview them and you sit them down, they'd come to some sort of consensus. Human beings naturally, unless you have a mental deficiency, are empathetic, compassionate, and loving people. I'd say, and want to be understood, and maybe I'm being idealistic here, but I want to understand. I really enjoy learning where other people are coming from. And again, maybe I'm looking at it utopian. I think most people are like that. And all they're doing with this bullshit is making us hate each other, when if that wasn't existing, I think there would be so much less hate in the world.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. I think it's all by design, and I think it's a wedge purposely inserted into society.
And what you said at the very beginning of how they've just shoved the whole BLM thing under the rug after the Chauvin verdict, they got what they wanted, pretty much, and it shows how little they really give a fuck about it.
Well, they used it to usher in that CRT, that critical race theory stuff that they're teaching in schools now.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, that was the catalyst event to open the door to, like, we need to teach about true racism and the true history of this country. And did you know that the first slave documented in America was owned by a black dude?
No. I know there was quite a bit of that going on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that's okay. I'm just saying that, like, you know, the history's complex, and they're teaching it a way that's unhealthy for kids, teaching white kids that they're oppressors and teaching black kids that they're nobody and that they can't get ahead because they're oppressed is not the way to teach this shit to impressionable minds in school. And that's why, you know, Florida's been getting it right every step of the way with the anti-woke shit that DeSantis came out with to avoid this in class. But that's where they get you. That event has now led them to, because it's just an indoctrination method for segregation and you know, Marxism type shit. Like, you are oppressed, you won't get ahead because of this group of people, and this group of people, and telling white people, like, you know, you're pretty much a racist without even knowing it. You know what I mean? It's just it's fucked up.
Ironically, the only thing that I keep pinging over in my head, it's not as black and white as they're saying it is. It's the gray, it's the nuance.
Yeah, life is nuance, man.
There's so much weaving.
Sometimes there's not, but
correct. But even that is nuanced. It's nothing is either boom, nothing is black and white to me. They're making it to be so fucking black and white. You're either with us or you're a racist.
I know, but yeah.
And it's like, why can't I not like this movement and what the leaders of it have done, but I still support the root cause of why it even started?
Yeah, I know.
What up? Hope you liked that video. Listen, YouTube tells us that over 90% of the people who are watching right now don't even subscribe to the channel. So do us a favor, scroll down just a little bit, hit the like button, hit the subscribe, and hit the little notification bell, because YouTube also doesn't always tell you when we upload new videos. We appreciate all the support. Love you.